Researchers have long known that DNA can be used for data storage, but what is impressive to computer scientists is that a gram can hold about 1 zettabyte. After all, DNA stores the blueprints for the production of individual humans and transfers them from one generation to the next. As a result, we need much denser storage than we do today to store data in the same way as we do today. When it comes to retrieving the information stored in the DNA, we do not want to have to sequence the entire library. But no one has come up with the idea of storing and retrieving the data in the DNA library when we need it. Ironically, digital storage is also relatively new, so we still have a long way to go, but technology may be moving faster than we think. Real-time sequencing is a step in the hot direction of data storage, and now we don't think about archiving things until they are digitized. Nowadays, magnetic tape, which has a high storage density, but is much slower to read, is used to store rarely retrieved data. It would take $1 billion over 10 years to build and maintain a permanent archive of magnetic tapes. Researchers from Microsoft and the University of Washington have demonstrated the first fully automated system for storing and recovering data from manufactured DNA, shifting technology from research laboratories to commercial data centers. DNA can store digital information in a space much smaller than the data center we use today. Currently, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, currently the world leader in particle physics, stores more than 1.5 billion terabytes of data per year, roughly 1,000 times the storage capacity of the entire U.S. National Science Foundation. The information contained in these large data centers could be stored in a few grams of DNA, but the technology is still too expensive to implement. There are promising solutions for storing the exploding amount of data the world generates daily, such as cloud computing and virtual reality. A study published in Nature Communications shows that information can be encoded and read using nanopore sequencing. Researchers from Harvard Technicolour's Research Laboratory describe the development of a betting computer, SDNA, for digital data storage and virtual reality. The idea of storing digital data in DNA sounds like science fiction, but according to the theory, even a few grams of DNA can store all the information humanity has ever produced. Storage of digital DNA data will face major challenges in the coming years to realize its potential. DNA-based digital storage has made several breakthroughs, but has not yet reached the commercial mainstream for data retrieval. The automated DNA data storage system uses software developed by Microsoft and the Witten University team that converts 1 to 0 digital data into the A's, C's and G's that make up the building blocks of DNA. This information is needed by humans and plants, which form incredibly tiny packages. When the system needs to retrieve information, it uses a microfluidic pump to push fluid into other parts of the system that read the DNA sequences and convert them into information that a computer can understand, and then adds other chemicals to properly process the DNA. The cost-effective laboratory equipment, most of which comes off the shelf, is then used to channel the necessary liquids and chemicals into a synthesizer that builds the DNA snippets and pushes them into the storage vessel. Now, a small but growing group of scientists is working to replicate this storage strategy for preserving digital data. DNA synthesis and DNA sequencing technology are not designed to write or read digital information. The other half of the DNA storage equation is to extract bits and read DNA from sequencing. It was once said that DNA, since it is the basis of all life on Earth, is subject to constant technological innovation in its ability to work, store and retrieve itself. Looking to the future, one could predict that a handy large-scale DNA archive would be needed to handle enormous amounts of data. This favorable paradigm shift in computing has led to the development of several aspects of data storage that would be useful for storing large amounts of data in a wide range of applications. In recent years, organic computers have emerged as a viable alternative to silicon-based electronic devices that promise to take computing power, efficiency, reliability to a whole new level. However, it has proved quite difficult to translate these ideas into reality, and although researchers have succeeded in creating prototypes that have served as proof of concept, it will take years for us to further explore this idea. Moore's law is nearing its end, and the pace of development in the computer industry continues to slow. Although research on organic computers is still at a very early stage, it could usher in a new phase of evolution in computers.
This has been SOTS Knowledge is Power.